Welcome to the Anh English. Learning English can feel overwhelming at times. Many learners struggle with speaking confidently, even if they know grammar and vocabulary. It's common to feel stuck, unsure of how to turn knowledge into fluent communication. This is a challenge faced by countless learners worldwide. The good news is that improving fluency is achievable with simple, consistent practices. Whether you're just starting or have been learning for years, the key is to focus on practical steps that fit into your daily routine. In this video, we'll explore effective strategies to overcome common obstacles in English learning. These methods are designed to help you speak more naturally and confidently. By the end, you'll discover that learning English doesn't have to be stressful. It can actually be enjoyable and rewarding. No matter where you are in your journey, remember, every small step brings you closer to your goal. Let's get started. Starting to learn English can feel like standing at the bottom of a mountain. Many learners face similar struggles. Grammar rules that seem endless, words that are difficult to remember, and pronunciation that feels impossible to get right. Speaking in particular is a challenge for most because of the fear of making mistakes or not being understood. These challenges can make the process feel frustrating and overwhelming. For many, the biggest obstacle is deciding where to begin. With so many aspects of the language to focus on, vocabulary, grammar, listening, speaking, it's easy to feel lost. This feeling of uncertainty often discourages learners and makes the journey seem harder than it is. One of the most common hurdles is the fear of failure. Mistakes, although a natural part of learning, can feel embarrassing. Many people avoid speaking altogether because they're afraid of being judged or misunderstood. This fear creates a cycle. Avoiding speaking leads to less practice, which in turn slows down progress. The truth is, these challenges are not barriers, they're stepping stones. Every learner faces them, and with the right mindset and methods, it's possible to overcome them. The key is to start small, focus on what matters, and remember that progress takes time. When learning English, it's tempting to try and tackle everything at once. Grammar rules, advanced vocabulary, perfect pronunciation. However, the most effective way to start is by focusing on the basics. These foundational elements are the building blocks for communication and should be the first priority. Start with words and phrases used in everyday situations. Simple greetings like hello, how are you, and goodbye are essential. Common phrases for introductions, asking questions, or expressing gratitude such as thank you and excuse me are practical and easy to use. Mastering these basics provides a strong foundation to build upon. One helpful technique is to keep a small notebook. Write down new words and phrases that you come across throughout your day. Review these regularly during spare moments, on the bus, waiting in line, or before going to bed. Repetition reinforces learning and makes it easier to remember what you've practiced. Practicing basic phrases daily is another effective method. Whether speaking to yourself or a partner, repeating these phrases out loud builds familiarity and confidence. The key is consistency. Even small, simple steps, when done regularly, lead to significant improvement over time. Master the basics, and everything else will follow more naturally. Mistakes are an inevitable part of learning any language, and they are not something to fear. In fact, they are some of the best teachers. Every time a mistake is made, it presents an opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of avoiding errors, embrace them as stepping stones toward improvement. For instance, mispronouncing a word or using the wrong phrase might feel embarrassing at first, but these moments are what help solidify your understanding. Laughing at mistakes can make the learning process more enjoyable and less stressful. A simple mix-up, like confusing full with fool, can turn into a memorable lesson. The fear of making mistakes often holds people back from practicing, especially speaking. However, the more you practice, the fewer mistakes you'll make over time. Remember, fluency isn't about being perfect, it's about communicating effectively. So make mistakes, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Confidence is a critical part of learning English, and it grows through consistent practice and interaction. One of the best ways to build confidence is by practicing with others. Joining a language exchange group, finding a partner, or even speaking to a patient friend can make a big difference. Celebrate small victories, like successfully ordering food or completing a conversation. These moments show that progress is happening even if it feels slow. Mistakes are part of the process, and most people appreciate the effort to communicate rather than focusing on errors. Confidence grows step by step, so keep practicing. Consistency is the foundation of successful language learning. Practicing even 10-15 minutes a day can lead to noticeable improvements over time. The key is to make English a part of your daily routine, whether it's listening to a podcast, reading an article, or speaking out loud. Setting small, specific goals helps maintain motivation. For example, focus on learning 5 new words a week or completing a short conversation. Achieving these manageable goals creates a sense of accomplishment, which fuels further progress. Remember, progress may feel slow at times, but every effort you make adds up. Stay consistent and keep going. Learning English is a journey, not a race, and every learner's path is unique. While it's easy to feel frustrated or stuck, especially when progress seems slow, it's important to remember that even small steps count. The key to success lies in persistence, patience, and a positive mindset. One of the most empowering realizations is that perfection isn't necessary to communicate effectively. You don't need flawless grammar or an extensive vocabulary to connect with others. What matters is being understood and expressing your thoughts confidently. Focus on progress, not perfection, and embrace every opportunity to practice. Think of language learning as a tool, not a task. It opens doors to new experiences, connections, and cultures. When you stop seeing English as something you have to study and start viewing it as something you can use, it becomes far more exciting. Imagine the possibilities: watching your favorite movies without subtitles, traveling confidently, or making friends from around the world. These moments make the effort worthwhile. It's also important to celebrate your progress. Each small achievement, whether it's learning a new word, understanding a sentence, or speaking without hesitation, is proof of your growth. These milestones, however minor they may seem, are what keep the journey rewarding. Mistakes are part of the process, and laughter can turn them into memorable lessons. Every misstep is a step forward in disguise. With every mistake, you learn, adapt, and improve. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes second nature. Finally, keep in mind that everyone learns at their own pace. Comparing yourself to others can be discouraging, but your journey is yours alone. Focus on your goals, your efforts, and the progress you're making. No matter where you are in your learning journey, know that each step brings you closer to fluency. Stay curious, enjoy the process, and trust in your ability to grow. One day, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. The journey is worth it. Thank you for studying with the Anh English.